It's Saturday, the 19th of December. It's Saturday.
Woo!
It's the weekend.
Weekend!
School's finished
Yeah.
for Christmas. And it's how many days? So we've got 19th, 20th, 21st, 24th. Is it 5 or 4 days? 5 days.
Let's go 5.
4, depending how you count. Well, anyway, we're nearly at the big ho, ho, ho.
5 days.
Carl,
Let's do it.
you haven't lit the candles. Oh, light the candles.
Always forget the candles.
Light the candles. I quite like one candle lit in church.
Why?
Just the idea of a living flame. It's like, would you rather have a gas fire, like an electric fire, or a sort of coal or wood fire? Well, of course you would. Not because it's any warmer. In fact, it's more efficient. It's messy, it's dirty, but there's something alive about it, something gorgeous about it. So I think a candle, when we met in here on a Sunday, I would have one candle lit. We never made a big deal of it, but I liked one candle, just as a kind of reminder of Jesus, the living, because he's known as the light of the world, and sort of like the idea of a living flame.
What's your Christmas family holiday tradition?
Holiday tradition, we like to go to the beach.
What's your family's Christmas tradition?
Christmas tradition, not holiday tradition. That's from a different country. So our traditions include going to buy the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So we go to a place called Croft Christmas Trees, which is a farm that grows Christmas trees.
All year round?
They grow them all year round. They don't just grow them at Christmas. Okay. They grow them because these things take about 15, 20 years to grow. Part of our tradition is no Christmas movies or music until the 1st of December. That's part of our tradition.
Yeah, I get that.
I've talked about this already. Christmas Eve, we get up to have breakfast together, but we have breakfast in front of the telly watching the Polar Express.
Nice.
That's really nice. I like that. Should we look in the Advent calendars?
Yeah, let's look at the Advent calendars.
Day
all
19.
the chocolate.
Well, this is vaguely Christmassy. It's the first time this one's been Christmassy. It's a camel.
Oh.
I know.
I'm really excited.
It's like it's next to each other. So the background drawing, they've just copied it across. It's very pretty. Camel, except where is the camel in the Bible?
Nowhere.
Nowhere in the nativity story is there a camel. We just think that the 3 wise men, of course we don't know that there's 3, we think they traveled by camel. That's what tradition tells us, but it's not in the story. It's not in the Bible.
This is a dove?
Haribo's given us Christmas tropical fruits. Pomegranate, banana, orange, pineapple and watermelon. The well-known Christmas tropical fruit. Actually, that looks really nice.
How excited are you now?
I am so excited! I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. It's not Christmassy. Auld Lang Syne. Do you know what Auld Lang Syne means?
No.
Old means old. Lang Syne, I think it's something to do with days. I think those old days. Question of the day. It's not related to Christmas, related to New Year. What does Auld Lang Syne mean?
Yeah.
And why do we sing that at New Year?
Wasn't it Rabbie Burns?
Rabbie Burns wrote it, I think, yeah.
Your challenge for today.
My challenge.
Challenge is bored is not an option.
Bored is not an option. Yeah, okay, I've got that one. I can do that one. Your challenge. In fact, Carl, put your glasses. Have you got your glasses?
I cannot find my glasses. I don't know where they are.
Can you see that one? I don't know if you can zoom in on that, but if you had your glasses on, with no hair and the beard and little round glasses, that is definitely you. So, I think, well, you can do anything you want with that picture, but I think that could be you in pig form.
Yeah. So if we're gonna say that is me in pig form, then what I want to do is I want to talk about what Christmas means to me. How does that sound?
Well, it does, but we've got to connect it to the nativity story somehow.
Easy.
Go on then.
So Jesus was born in Bethlehem in quite it wasn't run down, but it wasn't highly thought of, was it? And so I'm from a town called Jarrow, which back in the day had some really cool things happen. So years and years and years ago, back in the 7th century or something, we had a guy called Saint Bede, who was he translated part of the New Testament, actually. He was one of the first.
He's a pretty significant dude.
Pretty significant dude in English Christianity.
Yeah.
And then in the 1930s, we had the Jarrow March, another pretty significant thing. But from then...
Just for people who might not know, quickly, what was the Jarrow March?
Jarrow March, a bunch of people from Jarrow marched from Jarrow, which is on the Tyne, right down to London to tell the Prime Minister to open up the shipyards. The Prime Minister said no, and then gave them all a quid to get the trade back home.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But it's gone down in history, hasn't it?
It's gone down in history
Yeah.
as a really important thing about workers' rights
Yep.
and about unemployment.
Yep.
So I'm from a town which nothing much apart from me good has come from it for quite a few years. And so the fact that God himself chose to be born in a town like Bethlehem indicates that there's something great about small towns with not much significance, that God is going to work in those small towns.
Love it. Well done, Karl.
Thanks.
So my challenge was...
Bored is not an option.
Bored is not an option. So it's a little bit like you, talking about you. Let me talk just a tiny little bit about me and connect it to the story of Jesus. Okay. I did not want to be a vicar for more than 20 years. So I sensed that God wanted me to be a vicar. And more than 20 years, I ignored that and fought against it because I thought it would be boring. And I thought, as much as I loved Jesus, I thought the church was boring. To tell the truth, I think some bits of it are still a bit boring. Yeah. But bored is not an option because Jesus is not boring. There is absolutely nothing boring about Jesus. Nothing boring about him. He was born, we've already talked about it, he was born in a strange circumstance. These wise men from the east came to see him. The crazy king at the time tried to kill him. He was, even his birth was remarkable. He grew up to be a man who was just incredible. You hung around Jesus, water got turned into wine, 5,000 people got fed from one kid's packed lunch, the dead came back to life, the blind could see, the deaf could hear. Nothing boring about him at all. Why is it sometimes the church makes him boring, or that people think he's boring? Perhaps the two are connected.
Yeah.
Bored, Karl, is not an option.
Amen.
The whole country almost is going to celebrate something in just a few days' time. Now, most of them don't know what it is they're celebrating. But particularly this year, 2020, we've got a virus that is really dangerous. And right now, as we speak, the country is going to, the government's going to allow people to mix because this time of year is so important. It is so not boring. Now, I think we need to be really, really careful because the first Christmas was simple. This one can be simple as well. But bored is not an option. Jesus is not boring.
Amen.
Woo! Woo! That's it. That's today's episode. I think we're done.
Episode 19 is under wraps, or whatever you say.
We say that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's what we say every time in here. This massive filming team behind the cameras. It's not. It's just Steve. And at the end of it, actually, it's me who says it. No one else says it.
It's you that says it.
I should say. We will see you tomorrow, Sunday the 20th. We've moved from the teens into the 20s.
Ooh, how exciting.
So close. We'll see you tomorrow, 20th of December, for the Advent Calendar Challenge. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Do you want to say it? Do you want to say it today? You say it.
Say what?
You say it.
Say what?
The thing we say at the end. Say the thing at the end. Say the thing. Say the thing. You say the thing. Say the thing. Oh, that's a wrap.